in this whole COVID-19 world that we're living in, there are a lot of businesses that are suffering, but there are some that are actually booming. And they say that the board game industry is having a resurgence. People are buying all kinds of toys, games, things like that are going through the roof with people staying home, trying to find stuff to do and to play. So I was thinking about what would be your 5 favorite board games of all time. I got reconnected with Connect 4 with my son, Cannon. We had a pretty fierce Connect 4 tournament over the weekend, and I got to tell you, I'm like, going, this is a great game. As I was sitting there just thinking about it, and my son Cannon was surprisingly good. I'm telling you, nothing will throw you into a midlife crisis faster than when your kid is legitimately pounding your behind at board games.
Well, that's why you want to take him out to beat him at basketball.
Yeah, I needed to find something to win at. I mean, at this point, I don't have a lot of wins ever in my life. And the only thing that I could ever do reliably when I was feeling down, I would just go and I would trounce my son in some kind of contest, and it would make me feel better about myself. And the problem now is when he starts beating me, Virginia, I've got no other wins happening in my life.
You're a man with nothing.
I am a man with nothing. And it really, I really go, so this is what kicked off my midlife crisis, losing a Connect 4 tournament.
Question, you would accept a Connect 4 as a board game?
Yeah, to me, it's a home game more than anything else. They used the term board game, and somebody was trying to get a technicality on me because I put Uno on it. So I'm like, all right, just games. I don't know what you call it.
I think Uno should count because, yeah, it's a card game, but it's a game you play.
Yeah, it's a universal. To me, board game is just what is out there for, because family game doesn't really feel like a term, or home game doesn't feel like a term I've ever heard. Board game was always it, which to me, I think is an umbrella term that fits in a Hungry Hippos, an Uno, and things like that.
Wow, this changes everything.
Yeah, that'd be my thought on it. So with that in mind, when you say home game, family game, board game, whatever term you want to do.
So you would accept a Twister?
Yeah, I would.
But I never liked Twister.
I played it because other kids wanted to play it. I think because they all wanted to touch each other.
Yeah.
But I never liked it. And I just always felt like it was just
It would be
yucky.
the most unfriendly quarantine game ever. Like, you can't put this on your list because nobody should be playing Twister right now in this environment.
And you're right. Back in Lake Park, we had some dude named Travis who was older than everybody, who always found a way into the Twister game. And Travis was creepy. He was. He was a good 7 years older than everybody.
Yeah,
and
you should not play Twister with Travis.
Travis just liked to twist around.
Of course he did. Yeah, Twister. Travis was going through different things in his body than you guys were.
Yes.
Was he looking for Twister with you or your sister?
Travis was just looking to be in Twister with everybody in Lake Park.
Travis just wanted to be touched.
He wasn't picky?
He wasn't picky.
He didn't care.
Which makes him more dangerous.
Any kind of rubbing, he was ready to go. Twister champ of Lake Park. So what would be on your top 5 if you were putting out the best board games? Here's my 5. Number 5, a game I used to play when I was a kid, is called Sorry. And I don't remember a lot about it. I just remember it was a card game, 2 to 4 players. It says it takes about 30 minutes, and the optimal age is 5. So I think I was playing in elementary school with my mom, but I love that game.
I love that game. That's the first game my mom taught me, and that was the one that started it off. And you can also get a little attitude during Sorry when you knock somebody off the board up. Sorry, boom, back to your home base, biatch.
Now I think it's called Sorry, Not Sorry.
Oh gosh, yeah, you're right. That's how the youth does.
That's the updated version of the game. Sorry, not sorry. Number 4 on my list is Battleship. It's simple. I like simplicity. You know, and I will go on ahead and I will tell you that Monopoly did not make my top 5. And boy, people were letting me have it last night on social media because I posted this up on Instagram and Twitter. And so many people are like, I can't believe that Monopoly did not be in your top 5. I like simplicity and I like brevity. I really, even as a kid and especially now, I tap out an interest in things. Like, I like a good 30 minutes to me is tops. 10 to 20 minutes would probably be ideal when it comes to a game, and that's why Monopoly did not make my top 5. And Battleship is relatively quick, probably in that 10 to 15-minute range. It's simple. It's fun. Anybody can play it. That's number 4. My number 3 is Uno. It is a card game. that I didn't realize until last night. And I looked into it. Was created by a barber in Ohio in the 70s, which is where I was growing up at the time.
That game's only from the 70s?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Really?
I know. I couldn't believe that either.
I used to play that with my grandma in Texas, taught us how to play Uno, and we played like so much.
Yeah.
There's sometimes you can get on an Uno run where the cards are just in your favor, baby.
I think they loved it because they all spoke Spanish, and so it was like it was a game for them. Oh, Uno.
No, right. It is.
It's a game for Spanish-speaking people.
Oddly enough, a gringo created it.
Huh.
That's the craziest thing and called it Uno. Yeah. It's for 2 to 10 players. Takes 30 minutes. Optimal age is 6 on that. Connect 4, I put in at number 2.
Gosh, I want a piece of you so bad.
Are we still talking games?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to hear about your bedroom fantasy.
I didn't know if you were just verbalizing your thoughts or because you were staring at me. And
I need it. I need Ralston when it comes to Connect 4.
Please, thank you. All right. Because it's the way you're looking at me, and I'm thinking you're Travis over there. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, I put that. I tell you, when I sat down with Ken and was playing that really works your brain. It does. To really, if you're in with somebody that is good at Connect 4, because you're thinking 2, 3, 4 moves ahead to do it right to beat somebody that's good.
And I like playing some mind games with Connect 4. Got to get in their head. That's why, oh gosh, I need Ralston. I need the fight, Virginia.
Okay. And my overall number 1 board game is Stratego. I love it. Again, it's a game of strategy. I used to have, and I can't remember what it is, but when I was a kid, I remember at the peak of my Stratego, I beat everybody on the block, beat my parents, everybody, and quickly. I used to have a whole system down. Did you ever used to have, for a game, it's almost like you created the hack. You figured out how to do it. You know, it's like, if you ever played that golf tee in the triangle game where you try to move it and you're only down to 1 tee?
Yes.
Sometimes bars will have that.
You have it at your house when we have meetings.
Yeah.
And I get sucked in.
At one point, I used to know the system. There's a pattern on how to do that, and I had beaten that, and now I forget it, and I, for the life of me, can't do it.
It's not like riding a bicycle.
It's not.
You got to stay in practice.
I can't remember what the pattern is, but Stratego is like that, so that's my number 1.
I don't like that triangle game. Last time I played it at Kevin's house, they told me I was dumb.
It's a little sassy. All right, so what would you say would be your top 5? If you had to even put a 3 or 5, what are your favorite games of all time? Virginia, what would be on yours?
Well, I agreed with you on a few of them, so I won't go back and name ones that you named.
Okay.
But stuff that I really loved. So when I was little, I loved Chutes and Ladders and Candyland.
Were you competitive as a little girl?
I was. I loved playing those games, but you quickly outgrow Chutes and Ladders and Candyland.
Completely agree with you.
But they were fun as first games. So if you have little kids at home, they're great for first games.
So are those on your list or no?
They are.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't want to duplicate ones that Kevin had. I also loved a game called Hi Ho Cherry-O, and it had these little plastic cherries in a tree, and you had to pick them. I found it. It's online right now. JCPenney.com has it. You can go and buy Hi Ho Cherry-O. That was a great fun game for me growing up. I also love Scrabble. Scrabble, to me, like, tests your brain and makes you really think and using words. And I love the challenge.
That was an adult game when I was a kid. My parents had that and would play with adult friends.
But if you make the kids play with you, I think you make the kids have to rise to your level.
Yeah, I agree.
It challenges them to step it up.
Yeah.
I destroy you in that game.
And Clue. Clue, to me, was my favorite game growing up. I loved it. I thought it was such a great, awesome game to play with the whole family. That was hands down my favorite game.
Overrated.
Clue?
Overrated.
I
Clue
loved
is over. It's good, but it's overrated.
I remember playing it once or twice as a kid. I don't remember loving it.
Yeah, I think we both can agree, Kev. Virginia's list is a little weak.
Let's hear your bunk list. The guy who liked to dig in the backyard, like the family pet. I'm sure you're on a high intellectual level. What's your list?
Digging, by the way, just to defend that real quick, It's very meditative. So, yeah, you can actually kind of get lost in your thought and discover things about yourself.
Why don't you go dig right now?
I wouldn't mind digging, to be quite honest with you. All right.
Yeah.
I love Monopoly. I know y'all don't love it, but
Too long.
You gotta play it street style. Street Monopoly is so fun, and that means everyone goes into the game knowing that everyone's gonna be shady. If you go up to P and you're missing $500, you should have protected your money. That is how we play Monopoly, and it's great fun.
Yeah.
So Monopoly's there.
I would take my money to the bathroom, and I would come back and be like going, I've peed on one of these bills, and I won't tell you which one. And then leave it out the next time you go to the bathroom.
And guess what, baby? That's allowed in Street Monopoly. I love your spirit.
Okay.
That's great. I love Sorry. There's many fond memories with playing Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I love Risk. But you better pack a lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Because I am taking over Australia, and I'm not letting go Virginia.
Really? Okay.
Damn it, not Australia.
I love checkers.
That's, there's, I think a lot of times you overlook the basics, and checkers or chess, those are still really solid, great games.
Yeah, checkers. Chess.
Chess is awesome.
I'm just dumb.
Okay.
Checkers is more my speed, brother.
Okay.
And then can I get a hell yeah for Pig Mania, that pig game where you put the pigs in the tube and you roll the pigs, and it's just great fun.
Pigs in a tube?
Yeah, Pig Mania.
I don't know about this game.
Well, you need to Google it.
Yeah, I don't think I know that one either.
Cherry My Cherry or whatever that game is.
Hi-ho Cheerio.
Yeah, Pig Mania. No one's talking about it, but they should.
Mania.
We talked about it a long time before.
I don't even know this.
A couple other games, if you're looking for some ideas, people are throwing out. Don't forget about Jenga. That is fun. That's easy. Cards Against Humanity. Exploding Kittens. I've never heard of. Somebody texted. Exploding Kittens.
Did we say Life?
Yeah, we did not.
I love Life.
Another game that would probably be my top 10. I remember we were on a Yahtzee kick for a while. You ever play that? It's like a dice game.
Yes, I love Yahtzee.
I just love yelling Yahtzee. I still yell Yahtzee to this day, and I don't even know why.
Yelling is fun. Bingo and Yahtzee, because you get to yell.
Yes. Some other ones that were suggested. Different ages. Dots and boxes is a simple one where you just put a bunch of dots on a page and you draw a line between them. In fact, some of these you can do absolutely for free. That and Celebrity is a lot like the no-name movie game where you just put like a celebrity name in a pot and you have to figure out the best way to describe the person in question without saying the person's name. It's really the no-name movie game, but with celebrities.
Can I get an amen? And Michael said this in the chat room. Pictionary.
Yeah, that's a solid one.
I used to watch that TV show when they did that. That was a good one.
Yeah, they say players 4+ on that. Takes about 30 minutes, and the optimal age is 13 on that. Catchphrase, cribbage, even one that they threw out is a couple ideas. And, the troubling board game in these times called Pandemic you can get for 2 to 4 players.
I saw that.
It's a different way to go.
That was fun.
Don't think I'm going to play that in my house.
Pandemic? There are a ton of KVJ show games that we play. Anything from the no-name movie game to Think Fast to Read My Lips. Fun little games. And,
Name That Nut. You forgot to say that one.
Name That Nut. Oh,
Name That Nut. Leaf blower edition is how you step it up.
And how do you play that one again?
You got to wear safety goggles.
Okay.
You load up your leaf blower with nuts, and then you turn it on and hit somebody in the mouth with the nuts.
There's, I'm not even kidding. I think there's 11 versions of that game from when you were out. I think we did it 11 times.
You did, huh?
I'm
Okay.
not even kidding.
That's the go-to.
We did that more than the dirt of the day.
It's got a great theme song. I mean, it's really fun.
It's everything you need, right?
Everything.
Everything you need. Okay.